Hey YouTube, it's Cherise here, back with another video. Obviously, I just got out of the shower, so this is going to be a demo and initial review / impressions on the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the shade 7W1 Deep Spice, recommended to me by one of you subscribers. So let me just go ahead and put on my sunscreen. I didn't put on my sunscreen yet. Did I tone my? Yeah, I did. I toned. I put on my dark spot treatment, and now I'm putting on my sunscreen. This is the Garnier Skin Active Clearly Brighter Broad Spectrum SPF 15 Brightening and Smoothing Daily Moisturizer. Looks like that. Boom. That's what I've been using for the past month. And I'm applying it quite generously because I may or may not be outside kind of a lot today. And I take this all on my neck as well. You can see I put it on the back of my neck too. I just rub it into my face all over the place. And I'm going to take some extra precautionary measures and go in with my Neutrogena Sport Face Broad Spectrum SPF 70+. Because there's a good chance I might be outside a lot. So I'm going to go in quite heavily. I'm going to put this on my face and my shoulders. Kind of just do my whole neck, shoulder area. Treat it like my face. Y'all are going to see the whole routine, basically. Really rub it into my neck, shoulders, chest area, because that might be showing. I don't know what I'm wearing yet. It's currently Sunday, the 4th of June. It's my half birthday. Yeah, it's my half birthday. My birthday is December 4th. So 6 months from today, I will be 25 years old. Wow. Time flies. Okay, so we're just gonna rub the remainder in, like I said, on my shoulders. I always get a little bit in my eye because I like to get right up under my eye. It makes me tear up a little bit. Okay, so now I'm all protected from the sun and moisturized. Like I said, my eyes are now a little bit sensitive to the light. The light is bright. Turn off this light for a second. Look away. Maybe I should put on shades. That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? Let me get some shades. Literally every time I put on sunscreen, this happens to me where I accidentally get a little bit in my eyeball and I'm struggling because my eyes start to tear up. So I'm just going to chill with these shades on for a little bit. But yeah, any sort of brightness irritates my eyes when this happens. This is a good look, isn't it? Towel, shades, satin bonnet. Yeah, my eyes are going to be a little red. Okay. Moving on to primer. I'm going to try this out with the Lord have mercy. The Cover FX Mattifying Primer with Active Treatment. This is almost gone. So I'm just going to try and move all the product down inside of it by banging it on my countertop. And I just squiggled it all over my face like so. And then I'm just going to rub it in. I haven't tried this primer yet with this sunscreen, I don't think. So we'll see how all this works together with the foundation. because I'll be out in the heat, like I said, probably. The plan is I'm supposed to be having a date this morning. Guy's supposed to meet me at church. I actually need to text him and ask if he would like to meet a little bit earlier at the Starbucks that's like right down the street from where I worship. So then we can have Starbucks, chat a little bit, and then go to church. And then after that, he's more than welcome to come with me to this food truck, I'll call it a food truck festival event that they're having in Savannah that I'm going to meet up with the other music teachers in my district. We're all supposed to be meeting up there. So yeah, I want to go, but like I said, I'm adopting a dog, and I literally spent $160 this morning getting her a crate, some bowls, a harness, a leash. The crate, by the way, cost $100 because she's a bigger dog, and I wanted to get her the biggest crate possible. That's what they recommended I do, so that when I leave and if she is being crated, we're going to test it out to see if she can be not crated all the time. I want her to be able to turn around and like lay down and stuff and be comfortable in there. So it's big, and it cost me $100, and then the leash, harness, bowls, and I got a mat to go inside of the crate so that she has some cushion. She's just not on the hard, whatever the bottom of the crate is made out of. All right, so Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is what this whole video is about. Again, this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the shade 7W1 Deep Spice. Like I said, this shade was recommended to me by a subscriber. So we're going to go ahead and shake it up and jump in applying it. I'm going to use a brush, but I do have a damp beauty blender nearby. So I'm blinking a lot because my eyes are still feeling a little bit sensitive, but I can persevere and push through. All right, so I know a little bit of this goes a long way from what I've read about it. So I'm just gonna dab some on that cheek and dab a little bit on this cheek. There's no pump to this, and put some on the forehead. And whatever's just left, I'm gonna just put on my chin. All right, let's go ahead and blend this out. You can see the color. This is definitely full coverage from what I'm seeing so far. And it's kind of liquidy. You saw it was kind of running down my forehead just now. So far, I'm loving the color. I might even go a shade darker if I get any darker, but so far I'm loving the color. Does have a smell. It has a little bit of a paint smell to it. And I'll read the specs to you after I get done applying it. I was just so eager to try this foundation out that I just literally poured it on my face, as you just saw. And now I'm just blending it out. Yeah, it has a little bit of a paint smell, but yeah, this shade is bomb. From what I can see so far. It's looking really wet on my skin though. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the bonnet or scoot it up a little bit so I can see the edges of my forehead and my hair, which I was trying not to re-slick, but I may have to do a little bit of that. You can see I'm kind of dabbing around my edges. I will say that underneath my eyes is burning a little bit. I don't know what that's about. The sunscreen wasn't really burning me, it just irritated me, but now that I put the foundation on top, my eyelids, around my eyes, just burning a little bit. I don't know what that's about, guys, but hopefully it goes away. Which is making my eyes water even more. I'm like trying to block the light. Yeah, my eyes are like watering majorly now. Okay, so this is what the foundation looks like. I feel like I used more than enough. I'm going to go over it with the beauty blender just to get off any excess. It's looking really shiny, but that's probably attributed to squeezing out the excess water in my beauty blender. I'm going to attribute that to all the sunscreen I put on underneath. But I used a mattifying primer, but I don't know. So I'm just going to go over it with the beauty blender just to make sure that I don't have on too much and that it's really blended in. Although I do like the way that it applies with a brush. It's very easy to blend, as you saw. coverage and the shade match are beautiful. Like, gorgeous. Be careful around my eyeballs. As you can see, it literally like looks like my skin in a bottle. Yeah, the coverage on this is amazing. Easy to blend. Color match is great, but color matching yourself was a horrible experience for me. It took me so long to find a shade that actually looks good. So I'm glad that I finally have this shade. Like I said, I might even go a shade darker if I get darker. And do like 7W2. But as you can see, this is looking like my skin. Like the same exact shade as my skin, which I'm loving right now. Alright, so that is done. We are going to do my method that I like to do in order to make sure that my makeup lasts forever. But first, let me read what this claims. It says, double wear, stay in place makeup for all skin types. 15-hour staying power, looks fresh and flawless through heat, humidity, non-stop activity. Won't change color, smudge, or come off on clothes. Lightweight and so comfortable. You won't believe it's long wear. Medium buildable coverage. Won't clog pores. Oil controlling, oil-free. Fragrance-free. Dermatologist and ophthalmologist tested. Keep out of eyes. Stop use if irritation occurs. So I am experiencing a little bit of irritation. You guys already know that. But it's nothing that I can't power through. It is lightweight on the skin. So far, I'm agreeing with all of those claims. We'll see how the wear is. It is 8:07 now, so I'll say that I put this on at 8 a.m. Let's go ahead and set it. I'm going to be combining my Coty Airspun powder. Put some in the cap. This is a very messy powder, but it's an amazing powder. Put some Coty Airspun in a cap, mixed with the Black Opal Deluxe Finishing Powder in dark in the same cap. Just to darken this up a little bit. I literally am just shaking it in there. And I just like mix it like this. I just shake it to mix the colors together. Okay. And then I take my dampened beauty blender and I start pressing this into the skin. I start pressing it in to my skin. Not really trying to bake with it or pressing it in. And I'm kind of dragging it down like whatever's left over. As you can see, I'm going over the nose. I'm really working this powder into the skin. Now it's time for the forehead and the eyelids. Like I said, pressing it into the skin. I cannot stress that enough. With this technique that I'm not really trying to bake. I'm just pressing the powder into the skin. Look in the mirror. You may get like some little dots. I'll show you what I do about that. I'm going to go over my eyelids again with more powder just to make sure that they're really set because I am going to be wearing eyeshadow today. Really simple eyeshadow look. And I'm going to go over my forehead again because I get oily there. I'm going to hit the sides of my nose again because I get oily there. I'm going to hit my lip. I'm going to hit the chin because that tends to get oily. And I tend to get creasing right next to my mouth. So I'm going to hit right there again. And then I'm going to kind of go down here. Just because when I hug people, that's where their face tends to touch and we just don't want any transfer. And then I am going to go down the bridge of the nose. Like so. Alright, so like I said, I'm not really going to bake this. I'm really focusing on pressing it in. But with this stuff, I'm just going to take the brush I use to apply the foundation and press and kind of buff it away so that I don't end up baking. Sometimes I like to use my powder brush. Sometimes I use the brush that I use to apply the foundation. Today I'm using the brush I apply the foundation. It's a nice angled brush. It's kind of fluffy. I feel like there's like a whole spot on my face right here that I just completely missed on this side. And I can kind of see some leftover like lines of demarcation. So I'm just going to fix that by making the lines nice and straight, as you can see. So then I'm left almost kind of like a reverse contour instead of like a rigid line. Just gonna kind of try and straighten it out some. Hopefully that makes sense. Lids are looking pretty good. Everywhere else looks fine. So whatever's left over, I literally just tap it back into the sifter. Trying not to make a mess. Trying not to waste any product. Then I close it and powder goes everywhere. That's okay. And I do the same thing for the other one. Alright, so now I'm going to take a skin tone powder. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match and C6 Soft Sable. And a e.l.f. powder brush. And I'm going to lightly buff over my face using this powder that is closer to my skin tone. Just really lightly. I'm not really trying to apply a lot of this. This is just to get rid of that little bit of powder I had on my face just now, and to make sure that none of the powder is looking white or ashy on my face, because we don't want that. We're not about that life here. Okay, so that is it for the demo of this foundation. I'm just going to run through the specs one more time, let you look at how it looks. It did get a little bit lighter because of the powders that I applied, but honestly, this matches my skin so nicely. This shade looks really, really good, and the more I wear it, the less like powdery it's going to look, but I like to do that to ensure that it lasts all day. It has a very smooth finish, and also it doesn't look too makeup-y. Even after all that powder I put on it, it still almost has a skin-like look to it, but like slightly filtered, like filtered skin. Like, it looks real good. I'm liking it so far. I don't have that weird patch on my forehead either that I got yesterday with the other foundation, probably because I actually put a glob of foundation up there to try and help prevent that. Yeah, I'm loving the coverage. It's not accentuating any of my pores or anything like that. I'm trying to get this light to kind of balance. I feel like it looks really good so far. Definitely agree that it is flawless. We'll see if it lasts through heat, humidity, and nonstop activity when I come back and do my first impression. I don't think the color has changed at all. Like, it hasn't oxidized or anything like that. It's just I applied powder to it, so it looks a little bit lighter right now. It is lightweight and comfortable. Medium to buildable coverage, yep. Won't clog pores. I don't think this will. And then oil controlling, we'll see. So that is my initial review and my demo on how I apply this to my face. So far, I'm really loving the way that it looks. Let me know what you guys think below, and be on the lookout for an update later today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. Again, this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the shade 7W1 Deep Spice. And literally it matches my skin perfectly. Like, this is probably one of the best color matches I've had in a very long periodically time. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, YouTube.